Hello YouTube, my name's Kyle Nelson. I'm a co-founder of Phone Sling. It's the device that holds your phone while you fly so you can watch TV and movies more comfortably. This is my YouTube channel, and I'm doing this channel because I want to help you invent something. I have a PhD in engineering, and this is Phone Sling, and I want to show you how I made my side hustle project into a product that's actually on the shelf. Or we're trying to get there. Right now we have a Kickstarter, and if you want to follow the Kickstarter notifications, click in the link below and you'll get signed up. I won't spam you, I promise. I hate that stuff, so I'll only send you good information. So today's video is part of my Radical Candor series, where I don't necessarily show you how to do something, but I give you my philosophy behind that part. And today is an important one if you want to invent something. So listen up here. In today's Radical Candor video is about patents. The real question is, are they worth it? My candid opinion is, absolutely not. They are not worth it. All my rotten experience I've had with patents, nope. You can skip the rest of the video if you agree, because all you're going to hear is me ramble and pontificate and hear some angry stories. So if you want to hear those stories, stick around. We'll keep talking. So to begin with, patents originally were very helpful. And I don't think that they're worth it that much anymore. 99% of the time, you don't need a patent. And here, this is from the perspective of one small-time inventor. Now, I have invented things. I do have patents. I've filed a bunch of provisional patents, what's a provisional patent? I'll get to that, and I do recommend those from a strategy point of view. We'll get to that. So, in the beginning, you are going to try and file a patent. It's going to cost you $10, $20, maybe $30,000. I had one that was even more expensive than that. But you are using all of your resources, all of your capital for something that may not take off. And then let's say it does take off. And now you get copycats. Say it's something that's easy to copy. It's a plastic part. This is Phone Sling. You know, it's plastic. It can be ripped off easily. Are you really going to spend the hours, the time, the tens, the hundreds of thousands of dollars that it's going to take to defend your patents, and then hopefully it actually results in you winning an award? But that's also time that's taken away from you trying to get your stuff out there and more product awareness. They're not worth it. Not from the small man. Now, if you work for an IBM or a LG or a GE or a Samsung, by all means, patent everything. That's part of the game. Or if you're a professor, patent as many things as you can. You have patent attorneys at your disposal for free. And play the game, because if you patent stuff, more than likely you'll get your tenureship. Or if you're in your company and they give you a little bit of a bonus. Or if you work for a company that fortunately gives you part of the royalties, do it, because they've already got someone on retainer. Now, the only time I would recommend patenting is if you think you genuinely have $1 million idea. Now, I know if you ask Mom, she's going to say, yes, little Johnny, little Betty, you have a great idea and it's going to make lots of money. Probably a lie. But if it's time travel, if you've invented the new iPhone, something along those lines, by all means, try to go for the patent. But here's my strategy. Don't file a patent straight away. Go buy a book, watch YouTube videos, whatever way you like to learn, whether it's reading or watching YouTube videos. Spend a day, read a book on how to write a patent. And you can write it yourself. Because when you go to file a provisional, you don't put in there what's called claims. And claims are the very crucial part of that patent. So what is a provisional? A provisional is just a document, and it can be anything. It can be a deck of slides, it could be pictures, it can be just written word. It doesn't have to have any figures, no prior art, any of that stuff. And you submit it, and it reserves a filing date for you. So if you think somebody else out in the world, in the universe, might have the same idea as you, it can give you first to file date. It gives you priority on your date. So let's say you file it tomorrow and someone else files a similar thing 6 months from now. You're before them, so if you went ahead and filed the full patent after the 1 year time period on the provisional, you get the patent. So the other great part about provisionals is they are cheap. If you're a first-time inventor, the price has changed, but it's like $60 to $80. And if you have filed a lot of patents, it can cost you less than $150. Where if you go to a patent attorney, the retainer is going to be at least $1,000. So if you're working in your garage or whatever, or you're just a one-man shop and you're just making something, do a provisional. Now here's the other good side about doing a provisional. It gives you a year clock to actually decide if you want to file a patent. It gives you a year to get customer feedback, to get user feedback. That's valuable information to see if you want to actually spend the capital to do it. Phone Sling, there's the provisional. Patent pending, right? Awesome. So I have a couple of strategies with my provisional. I can either look for a company that will license the patent and actually take it all the way to execution, meaning that they submitted a patent and that's part of the royalties is that they cover that cost. More than likely, if it's a company that big, they've got a patent attorney on retainer, so it wouldn't be that big a deal to them. But I have a year, and if I don't find anyone, then I can decide if I want to file it, but I've written the patent and made the figures already, and now I can save costs by only asking a actual licensed patent attorney to file the claims, because the claims are what is truly important. And if someone tried to sue you, or you wanted to sue somebody, don't do that. That's what would uphold in court most likely. So I have a few other comments on this. If you end up filing a patent with a friend, more than just you, it's you and your buddy, you're drinking beer, you're making something together, you're both welding something together, or whatever, form an LLC and submit the patent with the LLC. Do not let one person of you or your group of friends be the sole owner of that patent, the person who has all the rights to making decisions on that, because that will screw you over. That one person may not have your best interest. They may not care about your financial situation. They may be delusional. I speak from experience, not that means anything, but the group of people that I was involved with that we jointly filed a patent together, we made one person in charge of the whole thing. And that's not how you should do it. Now that's it's a unique situation. I won't give any more detail unless people start asking, and then I'll tell the full story. Might have to have more than one of these to do that. It was a stressful time. The other thing I recommend is don't make it stupid long. Don't add 60 figures. Don't add background that's 20 pages long. Like if you're trying to build a cell phone that has a camera in it, don't go back to the first camera that was ever made and start explaining background information there. Don't waste time on all that stuff. Get to the point. Maybe make it a page or two. Make it concise but broad, which is kind of an oxymoron. You don't want to paint yourself in a corner where you can't have a broad claim or a broad coverage of your idea. So that it's stressful, but it's worth it. It's totally worth it, and it's kind of fun. You can actually go around and say, hey, I invented something, and now I have proof. I have a document that says that I'm an inventor, which is pretty neat. And here's probably the biggest reason why I say patents aren't worth it. Everything is double patented anymore, and it's unbelievable. I've run into this. I've seen almost the exact figure, something that's copied from my patent, or our patent, or the person in charge's patent, as I just explained. And I've seen figures in other people's patents, and they look exactly the same, like almost it was copied and pasted. And when you see this as an inventor for the first time, you will turn red in the face, and you will feel defeated, and you will understand why I'm talking like this, and then why in the beginning of the video I said patents are not worth it. Like I said, I still believe in provisional patents because you get the opportunity to license it to a big company that actually has attorneys and whatnot. But I'm rambling again because that's the only strategy I truly believe in as a small inventor or a garage inventor. Anyways, do you risk getting attacked by a patent troll by not filing a patent? Yep, you do. But if you did file a patent, that same patent troll is going to come after you, and if they're a patent troll, they probably have something that predates you and they're going to want some money to go away. So you'd run into the same issue either way. I'm fairly passionate about patents. I like inventing things. I like coming up with ideas. Phone Sling is not my only one. I'm going to be here a while because you're going to see a lot more inventions coming out of me. But if you got questions, throw them in the comments. I'll link other YouTube videos or other articles that I've found to be helpful if you've got questions. I am here I'm an open book. That's what radical candor is. And if you got enough questions, I'll make a follow-up video. But if you like Phone Sling, if you get uncomfortable while you watch movies on a plane, then go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. That's how YouTube works. That's how we get popular. That's how the Kickstarter gains followers, so that way we can get this into market and in your hands. I hope we can travel soon. Thanks